Welcome to 734 Games, and this is game time. And today we're playing some more Outriders. Before we start with the fun stuff, my nephew, he is getting cancer treatments. His Gofundme is in the description. Now I want to talk about the future of Outriders. I'm really enjoying this game. I'm having a lot of fun. The game is not without flaws. But what is the future of Outriders? I mean, what could this developer do? I mean, Square Enix, they had pretty much a failure with the Avengers live service game. So now we have Outriders, and Outriders is pretty much free to play on Xbox with Games Pass. I mean, it's not free because you pay $15 a month for Games Pass. But so what could Square Enix do to offset the Avengers? Well, what about, I could see maybe a free to play Battle Royale portion of Outriders. I think that would be really cool, and I could see that really working with Outriders. The only thing is, I haven't seen, like, I played a lot of Outriders, and I haven't seen any vehicles yet. But I don't see where that would be a problem, them adding vehicles to this game. I think that could be done. But a free-to-play Outriders would really take off. I think that, the game is a lot of fun. It's a live service. It works. It has its issues. I've had a crash or two. But mostly, I've enjoyed the game. And the save points are really well laid out. The level design is decent. It's basically a siege game right now. And I can see some other modes and maybe some yearly events. But I think what they have here is really good and has a really good platform for the future. I'm really happy with People Can Fly. And if you like Outriders, you should go back and play Gears of War Judgment. Because that was a game that was kind of swept under the rug. But it's actually a good game. And it was done by the same developer as this game. And that was the one that people were they had fatigue of the title. And from that title, they were kind of tired of playing Gears of War. Microsoft pushed out a lot of Gears games, and that one was one of the games that was overlooked, and it should not have been. That was a tragedy. I really enjoyed the game. This game I'm really enjoying a lot more. I mean, you can see the influence of Gears, but they definitely have their own. They definitely took their own spin on Gears in this game, or on the shooter, or on the whole looter shooter genre. And I'm really enjoying it. I mean, you get to some areas where the enemies are somewhat bullet spongy, but you don't ever have that bullet sponginess like you do in, say, Borderlands or the Division from Ubisoft. And that was another game that was kind of a disappointment. The Division. I mean, I liked it at first, but it for some reason, when you take a modern shooter, a contemporary shooter, kind of like more in the line of, say, Battlefield or like Call of Duty, and then you make it into a looter shooter, for some reason it doesn't work as well as a game, a futuristic style game, because looter shooters in their hearts are basically shooting RPGs, and so for a game like this it totally works. But I could definitely see a free-to-play battle royale, cross-play on every format for this game. I think that would be awesome. And I hope that they're looking into that, because I think that could be a real huge game for Square Enix and People Can Fly. And I really like them. I could see Square even trying to buy them. Although I think that People Can Fly, they've really challenged themselves, and they're really on their own. They're actually an excellent developer, and I like what they're putting out here. So definitely, if you haven't played this game, if you have not played Outriders, definitely pick it up. If you have Games Pass, definitely download that sucker and play it. The only thing I could say is maybe you might want to have an external solid-state drive, because I had a friend, he tried playing it on his internal on his 1X, and it didn't work too well on the 1X, on his internal HDD. I think games like this, he had trouble timing out. I think the server was timing him out or something. He could not join games. So I think maybe this game, obviously if you have a Series X, that's not a problem, or a Series S, it's not even a problem. But if you have an older Xbox, like a lot of us do, because we don't have the new one, then you obviously want to get an external. Now you can't play this on PC, and that's another reason I think the Battle Royale, free-to-play Battle Royale version of this would be pretty cool, because then they'd have a free version for PC gamers, and I think that'd be awesome. You get free PC, PlayStation, you have all the formats on there. Pretty much every format you can that could handle the game. I don't know, maybe I could see this game coming out on mobile eventually, or like the Battle Royale, but I think that would be pretty far off, and it probably wouldn't even be handled by the same developer. But who knows? You know how that is. Well, that's pretty much it for this episode of Game Time. This is your host, Tom, signing off from 734 Games, where gaming is alive.